did miss the popcorn. We are supposed to have popcorn.
I'll have to get my wife to get you some because she is a movie popcorn fanatic. No other popcorn other than movie popcorn. That's right. No matter how crusty and disgusting it's just been sitting in that tin, she loves it. So it's gonna be that stuff. All right, let's talk. Huh?
Lots of butter on the.
Oh, lots of butter. Yeah, you have to because it's unedible at that point. You have to doctor it up. Let's talk. Let's talk a couple of movies starring actors who are good and people who are good at other things besides acting. Space Jam is the new movie from Malcolm D. Lee, director, starring LeBron James, Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, and a whole host of other Looney Tunes characters. It's the sequel to the first movie starring Michael Jordan. And the log line is a rogue artificial intelligence kidnaps the son of famed basketball player LeBron James, who then has to work with Bugs Bunny to win a basketball game. No, I am not having a stroke. That is the log line for this movie. And as ridiculous as that sentence is, it's just the movie is more ridiculous. Now look, I'm 40. I'm 41. I just turned 41 earlier this month. This movie ain't for me. Right? It's just not. It's for the young people. My thing is I think young people deserve better movies. Look, LeBron James as an actor, he's been in a couple movies before, just kind of playing himself, but they were very bit roles, right? So this is his first like starring vehicle. And I mean, he's better than Michael Jordan was in the first movie.
You
but
think
that's
so?
not really a high bar to. Oh, I know so. Yeah, absolutely. Michael Jordan's a horrendous actor. He's a horrendous actor.
Jordan, let's be fair, was acting with tunes most scenes, and even seasoned actors can find that challenging. Just okay, so you're now talking to a puppet. You're now talking to a prop. Well, okay, let's try this, and delivered like an NBA player might deliver a fine acting performance.
That's a valid point.
You ever hear a sports star doing like some sort of radio commercial and you can just hear them reading?
Yes.
That's what I feel like is going on here. And look, it's incredibly difficult to play yourself, especially when you are saying things that you wouldn't normally say. And LeBron James is playing a version of himself. But he does an admirable job. I will give him that. I don't absolutely hate this movie, but this movie is not for me. And the biggest thing that I cannot stand about this movie is all of the WB branding, all of the IP, all of it.
It was too much. It was
too much.
Yeah, it was. I was watching with my family, and the first thing I said, "This is a LeBron WB commercial." That's what this is.
Yeah, it is incredibly self-indulgent.
It's horrible, horrible.
Rob, what are your thoughts? I know you've been chomping at the bit.
Yeah, I want to hear Robbie's stuff. Robbie,
you know me. When it comes time,
he was going in.
Like when it comes to movies, I want to be entertained. Like Micah said, this movie is not for me. I'm not the target demographic, and I also agree with him that kids deserve better movies. So one quick question, Micah, did your little guy watch this, or is he too young for it?
We don't. He's 2.5, so we don't have him watching too much television. That's not directly educational.
Yeah, and this absolutely wasn't. This was, like I said, this was
it was an education on LeBron. What are you talking about?
No, man, it was a Warner Brothers intellectual property stroke-off fest. If you're not sure, If you're not sure which franchises WB owns, check out this movie. It's a 2-hour.
You know what? No, you're right. You're right, because there was a lot of movies I was like, oh, WB owns that movie? I was like,
yeah.
I
mean, even just taglines, they were shoehorning taglines from other movies in, they were shoehorning other characters in. Like, I'm sorry, Pennywise, the fuck-ups from Clockwork Orange do not belong in a children's movie.
Yeah, like
Rick
kids
and
don't
Morty
know who
making a cameo. I'm sorry, I don't want the target demographic tuning into Rick and Morty.
What were you saying, Liz?
I said, y'all better put some respect on Pennywise's name.
Pennywise.
Oh, I do, but Pennywise isn't for kids. Well, I guess he is for kids, but not. But
yeah, he rips their arms off. Like, what kind of message are you sending?
Like, are they trying to convince me that they have enough IP to compete with Disney? Because if anything, that really failed. I wouldn't recommend this 2-hour commercial to anyone. Protect your kids from this garbage. LeBron James is worth $500 million. I had to look up what he was worth. So how much money they have to drive up to his mansion in order to get him to agree to make this scheming turd? Don Cheadle's stock as an actor just tanked in my books. Like, he played his role well, but is this one of those things? Did he actually read the script for himself, or did an agent or manager say, dude, you gotta do this movie?
Throughout the movie, I kept saying, how much did they pay Don Cheadle to be
I was wondering the same thing, how much they paid him. Yeah.
And really, like Micah said,
Cheadle, and you're in this nonsense?
Right. Like, this is from Malcolm D. Lee, who's directed some funny movies, but I am going
Are we doing spoilers, by the
you...
way, real quick? Are we doing spoilers?
Well, I mean, on this one, there's nothing to spoil. But Malcolm Lee, please stay away from large special effects budgets. That's not your forte. I have no experience with animation, and it clearly showed. And if they would have used some of that special effects animation budget towards hiring voice actors that actually sound like Mel Blanc, that would have been a redeeming quality, because even the animated characters fell flat because they did not sound like the originals. And there are voice actors out there who can deliver it. So overall, it was just a huge flop and disappointment.
Yeah, I agree with you. Bugs didn't sound like Bugs. I agree with you on that.
Marvin the Martian sounded like his half-cousin Mort.
Like, neither did the pig. Like, none of them sounded like the previous selves. But Rob, I'm thinking, even before you get to that point, how about we get some showrunners that can actually write a good script? Like, this was all
it was horrible. The whole premise was horrible.
Horrible idea. So I'm gonna kidnap your kid, and to get him back, you gotta beat me in a basketball video game. Like, what sense does that make?
At least Michael Jordan showed up.
It made absolutely no sense. And again, the entire time I'm watching, I'm like, Don Cheadle, really? Like, are you broke? Rob, what's going on? In this? Why are you in this? Like, we gotta, pick and choose our movie roles. Just like we pick and choose our battles, let's pick and choose our movie roles. I thought LeBron was stiff. Maybe would be better as a voice actor. Maybe.
I was going to mention that, actually. That was going to be what I was going to say.
But as an actual on-screen actor, he was not good at all. The story arc for his character was kind of an asshole to the kid. Like, okay, your kid invented a video game, but all you want him to do is play basketball. Like, in what world? In what world?
That's a trope. That's a trope that's used for the main character to have some sort of arc, right? Like, that was his arc in the movie, to try and be a better father to his son. The problem
is just poorly done.
It's incredibly poorly done, and it's a cliche, right? Like, it's not doing anything new.
A horrible cliche. A movie that,
especially with LeBron James's real life persona.
We know him. I mean? Like, we know his family life well enough.
Right. You expect me to believe that all of a sudden, like, he's this hardened, like, ring general to his son? Like, of course he pushes his kids, but, like, no, you showing an aptitude for something other than basketball? No. Get out of my house.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a kid, because it's also way too long.
Oh my
to
god!
not be
I saw the
engaged.
running time.
What was the running time? It did
2
seem long.
hours.
155.
2 hours.
It,
I mean,
it did feel long.
I only stuck in for 30 minutes because I knew I had to watch it for this show. But I can't imagine a little kid, like, watching this, not necessarily being familiar with the Warner Brother cartoon characters that, like you guys said, didn't sound like the original Warner Brother cartoon characters, and with such a weak storyline. Like, there was nothing engaging for the kid here. So, yeah, but I will say this, you all. It's #1 at the box office this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, but okay, so here's my take. Like I said, I was in Myrtle Beach, and we watched it with the family. As soon as it came out, all the kids were like, "We want to watch Space Jam. We want to watch Space Jam," and I'm like, "Why?" It's like, but we watched it, and the kids, surprisingly to me, enjoyed it. Because I asked their feedback. As a matter of fact, it was my 17-year-old nephew. He's shout out to Avery. He's
What's up,
he,
Avery?
he was I asked him what he thought about it. He said it was good. He said he enjoyed it. It was crazy though, but he caught because he loves basketball. He's a big sports fanatic. So he was catching all the references to the basketball and all the dabs to people and stuff like that. And he was catching everything. Like it was impressive. I mean, they put a lot of stuff in there for kids,
Yes.
and the kids enjoyed it. The kids who were watching, I had a niece and nephew who was 7 and 9, and they loved it. They sat there and watched it. So it was definitely for kids. Now I wanted to mention what you said, Lizzie, about the him being a voice actor. I thought it seemed more realistic when he was this character. When he was playing the character, it was like, okay, it made sense. It kind of matched the voice and everything, and the animation was a better actor than LeBron was.
Because the animators can make a character emote.
Right.
You can't force an actor
because he did not emote. Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's very robotic, very robotic. I mean, I really hated the movie. I mean, I didn't really like Space Jam, the original Space Jam, when I was younger. So, whatever.
I'm not my last thought on this is I'm not surprised that this did well. I find it incredibly ironic that the villain in this movie is an evil algorithm, the same type of algorithm that is used to throw in all of these different references to try and appeal to a younger set. So it's a bit of a self-own on WB's part, but they're owning it all the way to the bank. So I can't be too upset because they know what they're doing.